At the start of the third week of the 2012 legislative session, the brothers and sisters of the Working Family Lobby Corps were greeted by an early morning protest by community activists. These concerned citizens placed for sale signs that detailed how much money senators and both parties have received by private prison corporations onto the front lawn of the old Capitol. Their rationale is that groups like AFL-CIO have bought the legislative process to get what they want, our tax dollars. Their signs remained in front of the Capitol for most of the day as a reminder to all that passed on the corporate takeover of our state. This action was an empowering moment for our Working Family Lobby Corps activists to see the local community standing in outrage against the Senate's campaign to pass prison privatization. Last year, the Florida legislature passed a plan to privatize 28 prisons in South Florida. The proposal was introduced late in session as part of the budget process, with very little discussion or opportunity for legislators to oppose the issue. Later last year, the courts overturned the move, ruling that the legislature could not make such a major change without using a substantive bill that goes through the entire legislative process. This year, the legislature is back at it, and much like before, they are playing fast and loose with the rules to do it. On Monday, the Rules Committee took over 3 hours of public testimony, all in opposition to the measure with the exception of the Florida Chamber of Commerce, and then voted 10-4 to send the bill to the full Budget Committee. Now, when it comes to 2038, I just want to point out a few things, because we heard this a lot last year as well, where there's this idea that we have no choice. We're trying to make difficult decisions. We have to balance the budget. I do have to point out that we still have a loophole in our corporate tax system that allows out-of-state companies to shift all their profits out of state so they don't pay taxes. We close that loophole, we generate $239 million right away. We still have a loophole that has 51 different sales tax exceptions that the Florida House of Representatives have determined serve no public purpose. We close those exemptions. We generate $476 million right away. This is not something that has to be done to balance the budget. This is not something that should risk public safety and the jobs of a lot of the fine officers in this room. Thank you.
There will be no standard once privatization comes in, because for them it will be bottom line. It will only be numbers. It will not be caring about public safety. It will be caring about shareholders. And it's not everybody in the public.
In another rare move, once again skirting the proper rules of procedure, the bill was up less than 48 hours later in the second committee. On Wednesday, the Budget Committee considered the massive privatization package. Over 60 correctional officers, community members, and others, including 2 national experts on prison privatization, packed the committee room. Supporters ran out the clock, and only 4 minutes of testimony was permitted. 24 hours later, the measure was placed on the special order calendar for Tuesday, January 31st. Week 3 was also a big week in areas of unemployment, public construction contracting, and wage theft. More on these in next week's video update. Solidarity.